What's going on, everybody? Snyder Boys are losing their freaking minds right now. It's unbelievable. Just this past week, we're seeing more and more marketing coming out for the upcoming Flash movie, which is supposed to be a huge hit coming out this June. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, there's been parts of me that have been a little iffy about it, but I'll tell you this. This movie is going to be a lot of fun, and everything I've heard about it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. But you know the ones who don't think it's going to be fun? The Snyder Boys. Those who sit there and act like nothing, anything that WB or DC does that has nothing to do with Snyder is the worst thing ever. They act like Snyder is the end-all be-all of DC content. So let's look at how crazy, how upset, how ridiculous these people have become. So over on Twitter, everybody started taking snapshots and screenshots of the few TV spots that have been dropping these past few days. And it started almost immediately with things like from Jamie J.I. Alexander, doing the "look what you've done to my boy," showing Ben Affleck's Batman in it. You have people freaking out about Ezra Miller, the way the CGI looks. It's just presenting the best DC movie since The Dark Knight, and people are just constantly Indian soap opera ass shot as they look at Sasha Cow as Supergirl, which I think that's an amazing looking shot. I think she looks menacing and scary and just powerful in that moment there. But the problem that is going on with all of this is not so much that we have these issues with the people just saying this isn't Snyder. No. Where we're having the issue is people are taking screenshots of unfinished work of a trailer, and that's not how these things are supposed to be seen. That's one of the things that just angers me and pisses me off to no end. We sat there as a Snyder fan community. We sat there and fought for artistic integrity. Artistic integrity is not simply Snyder integrity. No, it's artistic integrity to allow these artists, these filmmakers to make the films and the movies that they want to make. Allowing them to make it. That goes for Andy Muschietti making the Flash film. Leonidas, Ben Affleck did not deserve to go out like this. What a travesty. Hashtag the flush. Absolutely ridiculous. The people who are sitting here, hashtag boycott WB, hashtag the flush, they're the problems with this DC fandom. Don't mistake the people who are excited for the Flash, excited for what James Gunn is doing as being the problems. They're not the problem. They're the ones who are going to help DC out of the terrible state that it's been in for the number of, 4 or 5 years at this point. But these Snyder Boys, and it's not all Snyder fans. Don't get me wrong. It is not all Snyder fans. There are a handful, more than a handful of Snyder fans who I think are really good people who are respectful. They are excited about what's coming. They're looking forward to see what is going to happen. But you have that minority of Snyder Boys. The minority of Snyder Boys who sit there and act like they're the only ones that are right. Real DC fans eating good. Hashtag the flush. Every close-up shot of Keaton in this movie just looks worse and worse. Worst and worst. First off, let's talk about your English there. It just looks worst and worst. Come on. If you're going to criticize something, at least do it in proper English. WTF they did with the nose. What the fuck they did with the nose? That's what that says. What the fuck they did with the nose? Again, DC movie page, maybe get better English before you start criticizing a film. I don't know what's off with this cinematography, but it looked definitely off in many spots, perhaps also because of the CGI. Like, the Batman shot could look way better. Okay, obviously, we know that these shots with Ben Affleck's Batman on the motorcycle, we saw behind-the-scenes footage of a stuntman doing those. So, obviously, we're going to see some CGI, shots. But this doesn't look bad. You know why it looks bad? Because You have nothing else to criticize at this moment. These Snyder boys, these people who just want to criticize Warner Brothers and DC for everything, they have nothing better to do but to take still shots. Remember, when film is made, film is a moving medium. Things move in film. So when they're editing it for it to look good as the movie is going, is playing, not for still shots. So you're going to sit here, criticize a still shot that obviously is not supposed to be a still shot. It's supposed to be a moving shot. And this clip with this snippet's coming from is a moving shot. And you're going to sit there and criticize it? It doesn't look bad. Why the fuck he is looking like a Funko Pop? I don't see it. I don't see the Funko Pop. I think what you're seeing is there's a lot of CGI going around his head, and there probably should be some more CGI going on over his face to kind of make it come together better. So yeah, this shot doesn't look great, but again, this is a still image. We don't know what it looks like fully when they shoot it or when it's shot, when we see it in the film. I hate WB so much. Unreal levels of hatred. Why? Why do you hate WB? Mind you, this film, when it was originally incepted, when they really thought about this movie, the main goal of this film was to explain that the Snyderverse was still out there. The ending of this movie was going to hint that the Snyderverse is out there. That has since changed. But regardless, the rest of this movie wasn't changed. So you're going to sit there and criticize something, a film that would have led to something that you wanted. You are all the problem. You are. Look at how they massacred our boy. Andy Muschietti is not him. This is an embarrassment to DC. They can't be serious with this shit. These are the shots they want to show off. First off, none of the shots look bad. You have an old, aging Bruce Wayne played by Michael Keaton. That looks like an older Batman. You have the Ben Affleck Batman, and you have Sasha Calle as Supergirl looking menacingly. What is the problem? What is the problem? Why crying emoji looking at Ben Affleck? And this is it. Like, I'm showing the clip here. New trailer. It looks fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Like, I know we joke about movies being AI generated on here, but these actually look like AI generated photos. No? I am looking at a film that is shot by a different type of director than Zack Snyder, which is okay. Which is what we're supposed to get. We're fighting for artistic integrity. We fight for artistic integrity. KS, Deathstroke, Netflix. Now this man here is probably the most negative person on all of Twitter. Because let's be honest, the main reason these look horrible is because the cinematographer is the same one as the Suicide Squad. Most people that have worked at Forgun aren't the most talented people on planet Earth. See, this guy here has done nothing but criticize James Gunn since he's gotten the job. It's constantly bashing James Gunn for everything, trying to make issues where there are no issues. And this is what these Snyder boys do. This is what they are all about. They're not about artistic integrity. They're not about the beauty of of cinema and what these filmmakers are making and what these actors are doing. No, they want one thing. They want Zack Snyder. Regardless of what he can or can do is good or not, they just want Zack Snyder. And that's why I have called so many times for Zack Snyder to come out and just say, I'm done. I've moved on. You need to move on also. Yes, I know this is a minority of the fandom, but enough is enough. I'm over it. I think you should all be over it too. Call these people out. Call them out for their bullshit. Call them out for how ridiculous they are. Tell them how they do not represent the true Snyder fandom. Those of us who fought for artistic integrity, who fought for the right for cinematography to be done how the artist wants it to be done. Call them out for it. I've been trying, but I can't do it alone. These people are just, they're really horrible human beings. They sit behind their keyboard on Twitter. I'm going to make fun of a movie that I could never imagine do. Ha ha ha, you suck. 99% of these people that do it couldn't hold James Gunn's razor. They couldn't do anything that James Gunn has done. They can't do what Andy Muschietti has done. I think it's time. It's time for everybody to call them out. Or ignore them. Maybe that's what I should do. Just ignore them. I'm over it, though. I am absolutely over this bull crap. This is a time that we should be getting excited. We should be excited about what is coming from DC. This should be a fun movie. Again, it's not about what's coming after it. It's about the movie that we're going to watch. Go see a movie for that movie. That's what we used to do. When we all went to see Batman Begins, there was no expectation that there was going to be 2 films afterward. When we went and saw The Dark Knight, there was no expectation that there was going to be the next film after that. When we went and saw Man of Steel, no expectation that there would be more than that. We, as a fandom, as fans of this genre, of any genre, we need to get back to that view, that way of thinking when we go see film. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to know how you feel about the Snyder Boys being absolutely ridiculous and whining and crying and freaking out on social media, because it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So let me know your thoughts and comments. Make sure you share this around to all your friends, family, loved ones, grandparents, nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles. Subscribe. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We're on our way there. We're over 1,800 subscribers. So let's keep moving. Let's get to our next landmark of 2,000 subscribers. It would be fantastic. And with all that said, I'll talk at all of you